Everyone knows that Jeff Dunham is the most successful ventriloquist of all time. But would it surprise you to know, concert industry trade publication Pollstar says he's the highest earning stand-up concert comedian in the world for the last 2 years, and in America for the last 3. This dude is rich, unbelievably rich, telling jokes. That's not a bad gig.
I hate that crap.
Jeff, if you hadn't, you know what? You shouldn't let your people. They sent me. This is not a lie.
You have to tell me because somebody's getting ready to be fired.
It took me 3 hours, 48 minutes to read the Bible of material on how great you are. I was like, I like the guy already. Do I have to know all these incredible?
Well, I hope they didn't put that financial stuff in. All that.
I hope you own a private jet. Good grief. These people, according to these people, you make a lot of money.
Well, all that means is
that means
I
yes.
have no life because I'm always working. That's all that means.
That means yes.
Yeah, McDonald's sells the most food in the world. Yeah, you know why? Because they have 10 million outlets, and
that's not true. 8 million DVDs you sold, 500 million YouTube. Do you get paid on those YouTube? Because you got 156.
Wouldn't that be nice if everybody got a dime for every time they, that would be great. No.
Well, it would be a lot fewer dimes. 156 million views for Ahmed, the dead terrorist alone.
Oh no, it's more than that. It's because if you add together all, it's up in the it's crazy. It's
You're not vain.
What?
Are you the most successful person to ever come out of Baylor University?
No, absolutely not.
Who is?
I don't know. I'm sure there's a guy that walked on the moon or something.
Do you know who the president of Baylor University is right now?
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Ken Starr.
Yeah, of course.
Do they have you come back for Baylor events?
I have not been back in a long time. I am not the greatest alumni in the world. I should. I don't have time.
Maybe they don't know how much money you have.
Huh?
I mean, University of Texas Law School and University of Houston hit me up for money, and I got none. If Baylor knew how much you made, I'm going to send these materials to them.
Ken Starr has tried a couple of times to come and have lunch with me, and I'm always out of town when he's in Los Angeles.
The last guy he asked to have lunch with was Bill Clinton. So be careful.
Well, I have nothing to hide.
So you have a new DVD out. Jeff Dunham is our guest.
Yeah, you know what? This interview started in the most odd manner, and it's really funny. So thanks for taking me off my game.
Well, I figure you do enough. And besides, they told me like 8 times. I'm like, yeah, I got it. He's important. They literally told us 8 times. Jeff is very busy. Don't be late for the interview. Know your material. Know who he is, and get him out on time. I'm like, good grief. It's like you act like he's a big deal. And then I read the stuff, and I was like, okay, I'll get him out on time.
The funny part is I don't care.
You strike me as a guy who does. You're probably on your private jet. Right? That's all I want in life, Jeff.
I'm actually sitting. You know what I'm doing? I'm sitting at my desk in Los Angeles playing with an Armatron. Do you know what an Armatron is?
I don't.
How old are you?
41.
Okay, there you go. Do you remember back in the 80s, there were these toys at Radio Shack that were like robot arms?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got one off eBay. I'm playing with it right now.
Oh, I had a Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, that and the Rubik's Cube.
It's a poor man's Armatron.
Exactly.
So tell me about the new DVD. I'm required to ask you that, and then we can get back to goofing.
Right. The new special coming out, it premieres on Sunday night, and, of course, it's the edited version because it's edited for television, meaning they had to cut it down. An hour special is actually 42 minutes long, so but the DVD is almost 90 minutes, but it's a great special, and I wanted to do something. I did 4 regular stand-up specials, and I did the Christmas one, and the themed one worked well, and I thought, let's do something really different and cool. So we did the monster special, and, of course, we're releasing it right before Halloween, but it's the guys basically, I told all the guys in the suitcases, pick out whatever monster it was that scared you as a kid or whatever you want to be for Halloween, and dress up like that. So we dressed all the characters up in different costumes and outfits. We rented out this theater in Savannah, Georgia, and, Savannah's like a haunted city, and we went for broke, and the set is unbelievable. It's like the inside of a giant haunted house. We got spinning bookcases and stairs that open up, and it was unbelievably fun. And, for example, Walter is not Frankenstein, he's Crankenstein.
Because he's so cranky.
Exactly. And then Peanut, it was fun trying to figure out what character they should be for Halloween. And Peanut, of course, wanted to be a superhero, so he's not Batman, he's Batnut. And Jose is not Robin, he's Reuben.
On a steak.
Exactly. So it's Batnut and Reuben. And then Ahmed was the weird one. You tell me, a dead terrorist, what would scare a dead terrorist from somewhere in the East?
Another terrorist?
Yeah, exactly. Something like that.
A naked woman?
There you go. That's what nobody ever gets that. That's exactly right. We thought, and it goes, that's what it is. He has to be a woman. So Ahmed comes out in drag as an American woman.
Oh, nicely done. I hope you don't set off a whole terrorist attack on us.
No, I
It'd
don't
be good
think
for the
so,
tour.
It's so ridiculous. It's, we don't know exactly where he's from. He's not Muslim. We make a point of saying that. So,
I thought he was a terrorist.
Right. What? Say it again?
Jeff, don't be scared. You can say what you're thinking.
No, I didn't hear
you
what
say he's a terrorist. I mean, chances he's a Muslim are pretty good.
Oh, yeah. No. You have Irish terrorists.
His name is Ahmed, okay? It's not O'Reilly Ahmed.
Yeah, but you know that Ahmed is not actually correct. Ahmed is actually like a Russian name. If you wanted to go to the Middle East, it's like Ahmed, or So believe me, I made sure I did this the right way.
If you really wanted to make it funny, you should have him be a Christian terrorist from Houston, Texas, because that just never happens.
Well, what would he be? He wouldn't blow things up.
No, he wouldn't. No, he'd build stuff. He would fix
Baptists,
things.
Southern Baptists don't blow up stuff.
No, they don't. You did go to Baylor.
I went to Baylor. I know this.
Yeah, there you go. Do you ever worry about that? Do you worry about, your comedy in light of being blamed for things like that? Because if some crazy Muslim terrorist in the Middle East blows something up and says it was because of Jeff Dunham, I mean, nobody saw that film, but everybody sees your stuff.
Yeah, but you know what? Honestly, if somebody's angry about a puppet show, and I get it, but I really do try and I tread a fine line, because I really make it a point to not make fun of people where it matters.
Well, that's too bad, because that's where you should make fun of people.
Yeah, I know, but I really do. It's like, I'm not trying to water down the comedy, but at the same time, I think you can raise people's eyebrows in a fun way and not really offend people. There's other comics that get out there that just say the offensive stuff just to piss people off.
Mm-hmm.
And my comedy's a lot more obvious than that. I'm the kind of guy telling the joke at a party and everybody laughs and elbows each other. And I think it's that kind of humor. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to figure out my act.
The DVD release of Minding the Monsters this Sunday, October 7th, and it's on Comedy Central.
Yep, and they can pre-order it on Amazon right now. It's for that amount of money, what is it? $15, $12, whatever it is.
You only know what percentage you get to keep.
I don't. If somebody asked me, they said, doing what you do, what is the most difficult word to say? You know what that is?
What's that?
Alimony.
Yeah, there you go.
So.
Did you see the Jason Aldean pictures on TMZ today?
No, I have not. I didn't see that.
He made out with a woman, and TMZ posts it because they're a bunch of nosy little paparazzi folks, and everybody, including me, goes and looks on it and says, let the guy alone. And his answer was, I didn't sleep with her, I just kissed her. And the story, man, if you're going to ruin your marriage, at least, wow.
Wait a minute, I didn't say I did anything like that.
I didn't say you did.
I did end up divorced, so I don't get all that cash.
Jeff Dunham, you're a funny, funny man. This Sunday, October 7th at 9 on Comedy Central, Minding the Monsters, and you can buy it on DVD. Baylor's
Thanks,
own.
Michael.
Thank you,
awesome,
Jeff.
Dude.
All right, there you have it. More Michael Bear Show coming up.
He loves sushi.
Let's get some seaweed-wrapped mud with some boogers in the middle.
After it's cooked and grilled and smothered in barbecue sauce. This is the Michael Berry Show.